गुफ्तगू हुई थी और हमारा ये भी एक मकसद है कि किस तरीके से हम दोनों मुल्कों की तजारत जो है वो बढ़ा सकते हैं। और मैं आपको बड़े ये बात फ़ख्र से कहता हूँ कि मैं बरतानिया से 10 दिसंबर को वापस आया था और 20 दिनों में मेरी दावत पे ये चौथा डेलीगेशन है जो 3 हफ्तों के अंदर अंदर जिन्होंने पाकिस्तान को वेरी इन्फ्लुएंशियल पीपल जो है इन्होंने विज़िट किया है। तो मैं नाउ हैंड ओवर टू Lord Hanan, few things he want to announce and he will obviously speak to you in English और कुछ चीज़ें जो हैं ज़रूरत पड़ी तो उनको मैं चूँकि बहुत से लोग जो हैं जिनको ये टीवी चैनल जहाँ पे आवाज़ जा रही है वो शायद कुछ चीज़ें क्लैरिफाई करनी होंगी तो मैं इंशाल्लाह बाद में समराइज़ करके वो चीज़ें जो हैं आपको क्लैरिफाई कर दूँगा। लॉर्ड हानन।
Well, thank you very much, Governor. Good morning, everybody. My name is Daniel Hannan. I'm a Conservative member of the House of Lords, the International Ambassador for the Conservative Party, and, as the Governor says, a member of the Board of Trade, having previously been 21 years as a member of the European Parliament. It's a real pleasure to be here at the Governor's invitation. It's my first visit to Pakistan, and I found it an incredibly fruitful week. This is, of course, a very significant year. Pakistan is 75 this year. It's a good age. Difficult birth in some ways. Bloodshed, refugees, all sorts of problems. A lot of people would have said maybe the new state isn't going to survive and succeed. But here we are, having reached a good age of maturity, and I think, like all British people, I feel that we are invested in the success and prosperity of this country. We are old friends. We've been through a great deal together, and our relationship rests above all not on history, not on sentiment, but on the very living, real link of over 1 million Brits of Pakistani origin, some of whom, like the Governor, come and go and come again, but many of whom have become very successful and entrepreneurial members of our society. And we're all very proud to have them as fellow countrymen and as friends. And so that gives us a relationship that is unusual among two sovereign states. It gives us a sense of involvement in each other's affairs, which is very rare among two countries. One of the things that I hope we can do in this 75th anniversary year is to ensure that our economic links, our trade and investment links, begin to reflect the affection between our two countries. Up until now, frankly, they have not, the amount of trade, although growing, is still not what it should be. Not nearly what it ought to be when you think of the history and of the demographics of these two states. So, as the Governor says, I was working in the European Parliament and I've carried on in the UK to ensure that Pakistan gets the GSP Plus deal at least until next year, and I hope much further. But honestly, I want to be much more ambitious than that. I think our goal should not be to preserve the deal that Pakistan had with the UK when we were members of the European Union. When a country is in the European Union, it has no trade policy, right? When we were in the EU, all of our trade was done from Brussels. Now that we can do our own trade policy, it must be our ambition to have a more ambitious, more comprehensive, deeper trade deal between the United Kingdom and Pakistan. Now, of course, this isn't going to happen overnight. Trade is always a protracted process, but at least let's have the goal of trying to open up further, removing tariffs and quotas, having systems of mutual recognition for goods, for services, for professional qualifications. By the way, not as a favor to Pakistan, right? If we are buying good quality but cheaper textiles or apparel from this country, we're not doing it as a favor, we're doing it as a favor to ourselves, which happens also to benefit Pakistan, right? This is the great thing. And the other way around, if UK service providers are operating here, that's not a favor to us, it's something that everybody benefits from. And so I hope, as countries which are English-speaking in business and which have similar legal systems and a shared history and culture, we can have a trading relationship that reflects that proximity. But of course, our relationship isn't just commercial. Friendship is not transactional. We don't count it like money. It's based on affections and affinities, sentiments, loyalties, family ties that have built up over many decades. And in that regard, I'm one of a number of people who've been thinking, what can we do in the UK to mark the auspicious 75th centenary this August? And one idea which has come about and really has been driven by the diaspora community, by the British Pakistani community, is that somewhere in the UK, marking the 75th anniversary, we should have a statue of the founder of this nation, of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, as a physical monument of the history that binds us together. And I'd like, if I may, to hand over to the man who has been behind that project and who has been driving the fundraising and has been engaging in the conversations about where to put it, Pakistani-born but very successful Brit, who I'm very proud to call my countryman and very happy to call my friend, Mr. Nasser Awan. Nasser, I wonder whether you could explain. Maybe we should swap places to...
Yeah.
You can reach the microphone.